Aren't you about tired of listening to sports shows with all the woke bullshit? So are we. This is Patriot Sports Radio. Patriot Sports Radio. Fed up with the national talking heads and biases of mainstream sports media. If it's sports from the high school level to the pros, we're talking about it like the red-blooded Americans we are.
God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless America.
Let's do this. And now, here's Eric, Angela, John, Chris, and the coach.
Welcome back, my friends. If you're new, then welcome in. Patriot Sports Radio. My name is Eric. I'm your host. Glad to have you with us, and thank you for those reviews. It's a perfect 77 degrees in the good land. Chris is here with me at HQ, shoveling coals into the old firebox. We got John with a classy headband. Angela's having a good day despite the humidity. A good hair day, I should say. Coach is there with his Packers logo behind him. Coach, AFC North is this Thursday. Then the following Thursday is NFC North. Those are our divisional rundowns.
I will be RSVPing for both.
It's going to be a fist fight.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. I'm bringing a steel chair to one and probably some kind of cane pole to another one.
Scratching digital gravel.
They're locked. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
That's right. At most.
Audio Thunderdome.
That's right.
Fun fact.
I'm fired up, man. I got some things to say.
I see that.
Yeah.
Should we start with this?
I'm ready.
He just kicked over his garbage can.
Dadgum right. I'm kicking cans. It's on.
Well, fun fact, Bob Huggins never officially resigned, and come to think of it, he would like his job back, actually. His lawyer wrote a big old long letter to the university stating his client, quote, never signed a resignation letter and never communicated a resignation to anyone at WVU. He says the university announced Coach's resignation based on a text message from Coach Huggins' wife to the deputy AD. That doesn't sound official at all. The letter threatens a lawsuit if Huggins is not reinstated. I love it.
Wow.
Ow.
You imagine your wife, quote unquote, resigning for you?
Oh my God.
That
sounds like a Brittany Mahomes thing.
He's done. He's done.
So as a guy that's been in a situation or two that's similar to this, I would have loved to have been in the conference room when he went to visit the attorney and the attorney goes, all right, hey, listen to this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to fire this shot across the bow. They're not going to know what hit them. I mean, can you, I mean, if I would have been sitting across the deal, I think I might have been just like, yeah, I like it. I like that. Let's do that.
Is his attorney Saul Goodman? Because it sounds like he might be.
It's got to be. It's got to be Saul Goodman. And what do you think when you're the president of the dean and the president, and you literally are just thumbing through your what is it? What's the old audio subscription catalog that they used to send you in the mail, where you pick 7 of them and they send them to
Columbia
you for free?
House.
Columbia House. You get your old Columbia House and you're going through your Discover card application, and then you get this letter from the old attorney, and you're like, what? I thought this was done. And you open it up and it says, oh, by the way, not only is it not done, but we're back. Because we said we're back.
What does he say?
Bone Thugs and Harmony CD. I don't know.
His attorney's like, how do you want to do it, Bobby?
Yeah.
He's like, like,
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Dig in, baby. Dig in.
I'll tell you what the genius of this is. This guy needs his own PR firm, because let's not forget, Bob Huggins said something you can't say on regional radio and drove drunk across state lines, and somehow we're rooting for him with some semblance. Now, I don't approve of the things he said and did, but at the same time, I love somebody who just digs his heels into the sand and says, I'm not.
Hold on. What did he do, John? What did he do?
He's Walter White.
He went on
anti-hero.
regional radio and
Okay.
said some disparaging thing about the Catholic community. And then he drove drunk across state
Freedom of
lines.
speech.
Did anybody die?
In what he
But did
thought
you
was
die?
Pittsburgh.
There is a concept that is conduct becoming of a leadership of a basketball
Because
program.
he was being rad. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's illegal. We'll start with that. But should the guy have a job?
But we don't care about that.
Should the guy have a job? Probably not. I mean, especially in today's age, probably not. But
Yeah, it would
you
be
gotta love a
surprising.
puncher. You got to love a puncher punching, and that's what
Yep.
we've got here.
And yeah, the school does not know what hit him. All they said was, "We are frankly confused by the allegations within the letter."
Nice.
What?
That's when you know you've done it
That's
right.
not a public statement. That's a private thought.
Yeah.
Well, because shortly after that was opened, it warranted about a 10-second pause and a hotline to some kind of council that was legal going, can he do this? Is this Phil?
Right. We have to take pause.
Conversation after that of, is this really happening and can it happen?
Yeah, check the calendar. Is it April? What's happening here?
Mhm.
This is something that went down in your old neighborhood, John. Charges are pending against a 46-year-old man after he drove through a barricade in his bright yellow Corvette with red flames on it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Gained access to the NASCAR street course. He was
You
caught
had me
trying
at
to get some
Corvette.
hot laps in about 9 p.m. Friday night last week. Officers escorted him off the premises. Took him into
10
custody.
to 1 odds that Corvette is behind on payments.
Or stolen?
Yes.
It's an all-time high percentage of behind on payments right now. So,
Oh gosh, I would love. I guarantee the guy's name's Ricky. He's got a mustache, and this was the greatest moment of his life. I mean, again, another one. What are you going to arrest me for being rad?
Right.
What did you expect?
yeah,
people
what are
were
the
gonna do?
charges?
Yeah.
Trespassing, radness.
Somewhere
We're
in a
surprised it
county
was only
lockup.
one guy who did it, right? Aren't we surprised it was only one guy who did it? Got away
Yeah,
with
I'd
it?
expect like a group of them.
Yeah, Ricky
Somewhere
from
in a county
Joliet.
lockup, there's guys in the corner trading cigs and a guy going, listen, man, I hit that son of a gun about 85 and turned the corner, and it took them 2 hours to catch me.
Mhm.
I bet you.
I had
bet
it
you if
pegged
I
out
ran
on the
into that
course.
barricade, I'd be in there.
Yeah.
I bet all the guy'd have to do is hit that barricade.
And let me tell you, that course was wet. They even delayed the race.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they knew I'd win.
If that had been dry,
Yeah.
I would have won.
Of course, wasn't wet
Yeah.
before it saw my Corvette. I'll tell you that.
Gosh, we need to spend a segment in the future to just go down classic cars and who drives them, because this would be top of the list. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yellow with flames painted on the side.
That's definitely
Probably
If you're
hand
gonna
painted.
go, yeah,
Yeah,
hand painted.
may as well
Yeah.
hand paint it. You're
I've
defacing
never
a
seen a
Corvette.
yellow car get detailed out like that. It's usually black, but this guy got it at a repo auction and decided he wanted to church it up with some flames.
Yep. I bet you
Yeah.
can get some sweet cars at the Cook County repo auction.
There's only
Buddy,
a
you
few
got
kind
the
of cars
bulletproof
that have ever been
Suburbans and
made from
shit.
the factory in the color yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris
And
and I
they're
have a
all
shared
awesome.
friend, and that man had he had flames on the side of his car in high school. It was a white Toyota Tercel with pizza cutters for tires, and beyond the flames on the back there was a sticker that said "On fire for God,"
Yes.
and that was our Mirthmobile.
Oh,
Nice.
man. I mean,
We got
there's midlife
breaking news. We got breaking news here.
Oh, we need a breaking news drop.
There you
Put
go,
that on
right
the
here.
list.
Breaking news. Pirates select LSU right-handed pitcher Paul Skeens with the #1 pick in the MLB draft tonight.
Somebody told us a couple episodes ago that this kid was going to go first overall, that he was, quote, MLB ready.
Man, Coach has his ear to the ground on that one.
that's
Just
right.
saying.
He's got his
saying.
finger on the old
Then
pulse.
it'll be followed by the Langford kid from Florida and probably the Cruz kid from LSU. That'll be the next two.
Oh, yeah, the Cruz kid. He's
that
going to be
kid.
an
Woo.
MLB player.
Yeah.
What about the Tank kid? He's got a sweet flow. Hair is
Tommy
good enough to
Tanks.
get him in. Yeah.
that's
There with the Hurley kid.
He reminds me of Lenny Dykstra
yeah.
a little bit.
Minus being absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah, minus being absolutely insane.
Was he insane or was he a genius?
He had.
Definitely riding that edge like Hunter S. Thompson.
He's just your classic old school baseball. The rules are there because rules, man. We want 4-hour games. Okay,
yeah.
Just give me some fucking cocaine.
Him and Goose Gossage.
Speaking of, while we were speaking of racing, the Peachtree Road Race held every year in Atlanta's Piedmont Park, but you knew that already. It's a 10K, so it's serious folks only, no Weekend Warrior 5K bullshit. This is 6.5 miles. I say that having never run a single K in my life.
I had a ton of coworkers run that because we were headquartered in Atlanta. So tell me more.
Well, we had Senbiri Tafari. She was your defending 2022 champ. She was well on her way to a repeat, but then just 150 meters from the finish line, her girl Senbiri sees the police escort motorcycle veer off to the right a little bit, and she took that as an indicator she should turn right. She made a right turn down a street that she was not supposed to turn down, and the two girls behind her passed her up. She made a correction and got back in. She finished third with a time of 30 minutes and 47 seconds. 10 kilometers. That's I checked. That's from here to goddamn Slinger Speedway in a half hour. It costs for 10,000. That's the difference between first and third. That's rough.
Well,
this actually happens quite a bit.
Finish.
We gotta hang on. I gotta give a shout out to Aunt Cheryl. What's up, Aunt Cheryl?
Aunt Cheryl.
We're expanded.
She lives in the communist refugee of Washington.
Man, it used to be beautiful up there, didn't it?
Dang.
Yeah, that's changed.
I just watched an episode of Aerial America on Washington. That's how I know I'm an old dad now. Like, my favorite shows are How Did They Build That in Aerial America.
Absolutely.
Amen, bro.
Meanwhile, Coach is watching Areola America.
With the OnlyFans account that he does not have. Sir.
That's right. Where do we stand on that, Coach? Still fighting City Hall?
No, man. Let's not talk about that.
All right.
Well, if we're talking about competitions down south, then we've got to talk about the mullet championships where folks compete to have the most daring and unique mullets. What do you want from me? It's July. It's judged by 3 people, 2 guys and 1 woman. 2 of the 3 have mullets. The founder has no mullet. That I find that a little troubling. What you get if you win, each category, fee mullet, kids, teen, fee mullet.
It's a female mullet.
No way. I've never heard of that.
I looked on the website, you guys. Can you see this? She has some business.
Shit.
Wow.
She got business in the front, and that party goes up way past the frame of the picture.
A ginger.
I mean,
And I'm
Achy
willing to
breaky
bet.
heart is going off in my head right now.
That's right.
I bet you those are not extensions either. I'm just saying.
No, that's all real.
nope.
She looks proud.
Each category, fee mullet, kids, teens, men's open, and 55 plus will receive a cash prize and also prize packages from our sponsors. Each winner of their category will receive an exclusive USA Mullet Championships trophy, and you get to go around saying that you have the greatest mullet in the land. What sponsors, though, are sponsoring a mullet championship? We're talking Zubaz, Dapper Dan's, Mopar, Black Cats, Wrangler,
Red Man
Ski-Doo,
Golden Blend,
the company that makes those Calvin pissing stickers. I don't know.
Echo Weed Eaters, Red Man Golden Blend, Mountain Dew, you name it.
Stick.
Skull.
Yeah. Skull,
Skull
Skull
sponsored
Bandit.
by Copenhagen Wintergreen.
That's right. Red Grizzly.
2 taps
I mean,
is all you need.
You
Here we
I
are,
can
the
give you a
goddamn
whole
long
list
cut
of them that would
regionals.
line up at the door.
My lord.
I mean, yeah, you could do a real long cut tobacco mullet crossover event there. If you want to go, you can register at mulletchamp.com. If you think you have what it takes to swim in this Kentucky waterfall, the kids division is what it's all about.
I know. I've seen this.
You
It
put
was
a
divided by ages too, so there's
Yeah.
like little 1-year-olds with
It's
mullets.
impressive.
Or,
It is
or
impressive.
the,
I want to say, I think the defending champion from last year is right here from Glencoe, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's own.
Nah.
Surprise
I
of
think
no
so.
Nah.
I like, especially in the kids division, you'll find the bullet, which is a bowl cut mullet combo.
Ooh,
Nice.
bullet.
Nice. That's impressive.
And then the 55 plus has the skullet, where it's just bald and then the flow.
I'm trying to get that going on over here. I got one that looks like Horseshack, and the other one that looks like a little bit of what's the shake and bake guy. He's he looks a little bit like
Ricky Bobby.
No, the other one.
John C. Riley?
Yep. He's a John C. Riley lookalike.
Hey, coach, you got how many mullets you got on that O-line of yours?
I will tell you, we have two. We have two when I left in the spring. Now I don't know what they're going to look like when I get back in the fall. I have heard that they've been hitting it pretty hard this summer. I hope they are. Hope they're after it.
If you don't have at least 3 mullets on that front line, there's no state bracket.
I had one last year, and he could have competed. He was and he was a man. He was pretty good. We had a squad last year.
He could head down to the Indiana State Fair, I guess, up from Oklahoma. You can go to the Indiana State Fair, Illinois State Fair, and something called Denim Fest. They're having a
sponsored by Levi Strauss Incorporated.
So that's a charity thing too, though, isn't it? I mean, it's Jared Allen is hooked to it, and it's, I don't know, did you mention that? I don't know if you did. It's a charity. It's like a veterans thing.
Oh, I didn't know it was like a veterans thing.
Yeah, you can donate money to vote for your favorite mullet person, and then that money goes towards veteran housing.
Good.
Not bad.
You win twice, brother.
Everybody wins.
You win twice, brother. The Tigers had a combined no-hitter. I really hate combined no-hitters. Starting pitcher Matt Manning was pulled in the 7th with 2 outs after 91 pitches. You've never heard of Matt Manning, neither have I. That was all about to change when his dickhead manager, A.J. Hinch, pulled him from the game before he gave up a single hit. I hate this trend, these cock-blocking managers getting in the way of no-hitters. You're, as my great-grandpa used to say, you're the goddamn Detroit Tigers. That team frustrated him throughout the 70s and 80s and probably the 50s and 60s. What are you protecting? You're not winning anything. You're not going anywhere. Give the boys something to rally around. Let's at least have a no-hitter.
Tell me how you really feel, Eric.
I wonder how ball players
feel. AL Central, the worst division, arguably. No,
I can't even name a Detroit Tiger except Javi Baez. That's it.
Yeah.
It's upsetting that they don't let them go that far to do it. It's like puking on baseball. It's like
not
spitting
even
in baseball's face.
Like if you're at 91 pitches with 2 outs in the 7th, you could realistically get through that 9 innings with 105, 109 pitches.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You should be able to try
all the time. We're
you look at some of those old stats, and some guy named Dusty back in 1914 threw like a 17-inning no-hitter. And now we're pulling guys after 5.
Well, pretty much before 1990, pitch counts didn't exist.
Yeah, there was no. Yeah,
no,
you're right.
Stat nerds, man.
Yeah, really. Like Nolan Ryan used to throw 130 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that wasn't terribly well. I guess it was a while ago now. Yeah, I like to think about how long ago 1990 anything was. I feel like that's Skip. That's the Skip cowboy hat guy.
Yeah,
that's the signature there.
That's Pops.
Even if it says Facebook user, we know. You can't hide.
We know who Dad's voting for.
I feel like I do. I have a good read on that.
I'm pretty sure
he's all right there,
but he's leaning red.
He's leaning red.
It would take a lot to get him to change his mind. I feel like he'd be hard pressed. Do you know what the infield fly rule is? I thought I did, but I did not. I learned last week though when I saw this bitch move the Arizona Diamondbacks pulled in Pittsburgh. The Pirates had 1 on, nobody out. Batter hits a pop fly to first base. Arizona first baseman Christian Walker lets the ball hit the ground, then picks it up, tosses it to first, and then they get the other guy in a rundown. I looked up the rules. This is shitty, but not illegal. For infield fly rule, here's the conditions you need. Less than 2 outs. We had that box checked. first and second or bases loaded only. No, so you need at least 2 outs, and it can't be a line drive or a bunt. And if the batter is out, if it's caught or not, runners can try to advance if desired, which I guess you should have, but you assume he's going to catch the ball. I don't know. It has to be in fair territory. I just didn't know it had to be 2 on. I thought it was basically anytime you drop a pop fly on purpose to get easy outs, that's against the rules.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We learn something new every day.
Yeah. Here's something way cooler. Something
I think it's just
way cooler.
It's not as exciting to watch, but it's not stupid baseball either. I mean, I'm okay with it actually.
Yeah, it spices it up a bit.
Right.
Bit. Not as much as Ellie De La Cruz does. This kid in Cincinnati is revolutionizing baseball. He's like, this reminds me a little bit of when Michael Vick came into the league. Like, it's different. People who don't watch baseball are watching. He hit a single against our Brewers yesterday. He then stole second base, and then he stole third base. And while the catcher was standing there all pissed off that he stole third base, he stole home.
He stole home.
That is so wildly badass and
frustrating. He is fast, dude.
I think there was one pitch thrown between first and home.
Yep.
First person ever to steal 3 bases in 1 inning. I guess there's an unwritten rule about stealing more than 1 base in an inning or something. That's stupid. I think we should write down all the unwritten rules and then figure out which
then they're written.
Toss.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, these unwritten rules though, they only go as far as generations, right? So they're always constantly changing.
Right.
Now that John's generation is in charge in baseball, because John would be like an elder in the clubhouse nowadays.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's no unwritten rules. Fuck that.
Nope.
Flip your bat.
He hit a home run the other night, and they checked his bat, and then he hit a home run his next at bat, and he held his bat up to the umpire like, would you like to check this again?
Oh, I like this guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's great. He's going to bring a lot of
pretty
eyeballs.
impressive.
I can't wait for one of those guys.
I haven't seen anything like that since A-Rod. A-Rod hit one with Ken Griffey Jr.'s bat, where they checked his bat.
Yes.
Griffey Jr. gave him one, and he went yard with it.
Yep.
That was pretty impressive, too, even though he's a tool.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tool. That's just 2 complete opposite sides of the coin there. Arguably the greatest, coolest baseball player ever, and one of the biggest tools.
When's the last time we talked about Jordan Love?
Oh.
So this guy.
That's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday conversation. Thursday.
We're talking about baseball history here. Did you hear about the lady manager who was tossed by the lady umpire? Rachel Balkovic. She's the manager for the Yankees single A team, the Tampa Tarpons. It's funny because they're fish. Perhaps this was an incident of synchronized menstrual cycles. Maybe they were both on their period. I don't know. But
wow.
They're probably just
was that by our host are not necessarily endorsed by those.
Was that a think don't say?
Hey, you don't
say that. Okay.
Some of us are married. Some of us are about to get married.
The views and opinions on Patriot Sports Radio. We need a disclaimer.
My thing was always like, does it have to be the excuse, or are you just a bitch sometimes? Like, that's just how it is.
It could
Not
be.
necessarily
Could
a
be.
period thing.
So
maybe
lady
Mercury's
outside-
in retrograde.
Yep.
I'll have to check. I'll have to check with my resident witch.
Oh,
Yeah.
right off the gate.
Woo!
Cabos.
Figure out
Can't
which
get
way
here
the
quick
planets are
enough.
spinning.
I literally made there's a chick I know who calls herself a witch.
Oh,
bet.
my bad. I bet.
Come back.
Hey, hey.
I'm taking pop shots at my fiance.
Whatever, brother.
Put the shovel down, homie.
Yeah. That's the law of the hole, my man.
You
That's
guys
the
just
law of the
assumed I was
hole.
talking about my fiance. No.
The only
Never.
thing that was missing
I
was
would
that.
never.
The only thing that was missing from that was the old lady.
The old lady.
My old lady.
I'll have
It's,
to bring this chick on the next
Yeah.
time Mercury's in retrograde, and we
I
can make
bet you
Mercury in retrograde picks.
Yeah, let's
Or-
Especially
yeah,
now.
or-
Hey, are you?
You know what? You can go ahead and forward me your
con.
contact information,
Yeah.
and I'll set that up.
Yeah.
Speaking of ladies, See this? Did you hear about this? The lady on the plane who got off the plane because she saw a motherfucker in the back who she swore was not real.
Yes, a demon.
She looked, I mean, I kind of believed her. The way her voice cracked, the way she was I
believe that she believed it.
She believed it 100%.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a real Costanza for sure. She was bought in. Would you get off that plane? I think part of me would want to get off that
with
plane.
her, though. He was
He
fucking with her.
I saw his little.
I saw his video too.
Yeah,
I missed it. What are you guys referring to? I know the lady on the plane, but what do you mean? Was there just like a leprechaun? Is this a leprechaun?
I never saw the guy.
She thought that she was seeing like a lizard person, Luciferian demon.
The devil himself.
He had like face tattoos and some piercings and stuff, and he was like messing with her, and was like, "Maybe I'm the devil." And then,
he was a Freemason. He's a Freemason, right? So, and he had like the rings. He had all the, all your fucking idols and bad shit on.
Freemasons they're a little bit like CrossFitters in a way.
Like he was being cool, and then she just was like, started to be like serious. So he like dug in. He was like, okay, I'll dig into this bit. I'm Lucifer. You got me.
Right. And the dudes around him were all like laughing.
And they were laughing. Yeah.
She freaked out.
This is a reminder of how crazy people get. Even people who have the $350 to $500 to buy a plane ticket will lose their shit. So imagine the randos walking out by 7-Eleven. Don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Right.
She looked like she took an hour to get ready and drove a Lexus to the airport. Like, it looked like she has her shit together.
I'll tell you what, back in the day when I used to fly, when I was a kid, I would be like unaccompanied minor. It was like a deal. And flying, people like dressed up to go to the airport.
Yeah.
Like it was a different, like you felt different.
Smoking on flight.
You felt very safe when you walked in. People like took care of you.
And it was understood it was a best foot forward type thing.
Yes. Yeah. And now it's the fucking Greyhound bus station. Every time I take my kids to the airport, Riley's like, well, I'm 17 this time. I'm 17 now, Dad. You don't have to go back there with me. Well, it's not you, honey. It's the fucks all around here that I'm not going to let you two go back there by yourselves because they'll be scrapping and fighting back there. And shit.
It is the Greyhound bus station. That's very accurate.
It is. And it used to be like a deal. Like we were flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody got ready the night before and you laid out your Sunday best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all going to be on our best
travel
behavior.
clothes.
Yes.
All we have to do is sit here and behave for 2 hours, and we're going to be in sunny California.
Yeah, they used to have like bougie meals for everybody, not just first classers, and actual real silverware and champagne and.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Now you're at the mercy of whatever they want to do with you. You're locked in all day, and they might get you there if they feel damn good and well like it.
That's right.
You'll be begging for a fucking fire dinner, from the fire festival. Like that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything but these pepperoni pretzel combos you're throwing at me.
Then you get the scammers. I had a flight that we would take routinely down to a factory in an unnamed country, but basically every time you would get on, everybody would just get on nice and orderly until at the beginning they would have like 7 people in a wheelchair, and I was like, what? That's really strange. We have 7 people in a wheelchair on this flight. I've seen it maybe one other time, and they described this to me as the miracle flight because they get in on the plane in a wheelchair, and then they're the first dudes off getting off the plane because they want that perk, and they got kids running everywhere. It was chaos.
Oh,
yeah.
So your route also factors into who you're flying with.
Yikes. Some more chaos. This reminded me of a story I'd been saving for a slow week. This was last December. Headline: Southwest passenger said Jesus told her to open plane's door, feds say. According to the FBI, Southwest Flight 192, which was headed to Columbus, Ohio from Houston. This young lady, Elam Abigenu, 34, tried to pull the handle of the door exit because Jesus told her to. She was taken to a federal court. They say that she committed assault with maritime and territorial jurisdictions and interfered with flight members. That feels like 5 to 10. Trying to open a plane door at altitude.
And you're
Jesus
never
took the
flying
wheel.
again. You're never flying again.
No way. Absolutely not.
You're on every list in every country.
Yep. That's
You're on my fucking list. I'm watching if you come on the plane. I'll call your ass out.
Yep.
Don't try to move up in here.
Not
The
that
HOA
bitch.
will be all over you.
Yep. We ain't having it.
Have you seen this Northwestern hazing story?
Yes.
It's disturbing to say the least. It will likely cost, I would think, Coach Pat Fitzgerald his job, maybe additional jobs. You need heads on plates after something like this. The Daily Northwestern reported Saturday that hazing rituals within the Northwestern football team involved, quote, coerced sexual acts in addition to physical punishment. An anonymous player told newspaper that the primary form of hazing was called running, an act where the player would be restrained by 8 or 9 players, upperclassmen, and then they would all start dry humping him in a dark locker room. It's all rubbing dicks on each other, or naked bear crawls across the floor, slingshotting each other across the room, naked, of course, with athletic, like fitness bands. I thought they were playing Fortnite. Don't these guys, is there no hobbies? Why is it always this? Why can't we have a fight club or something?
Why does it always have to do with a dick or a butt?
Why is it always gay?
Like, why does it got to be like that?
So wait, here's the thing, like your shocking, I don't know, theory scenario. One of the times they're like, well, we do this to support the other community. That's what it is. I don't know how he's gonna get
going
out
on.
No, my whole thing is not only is he going to get shit canned, but when this kind of stuff happens, they clean house all around. Like they have to make an example. They have to scrub the whole
because
whole
anyone involved immediately goes to unsupervised time.
Yeah,
these are unsupervised time that this was allowed during the unsupervised time. And they start coming after people civilly, and that turns really ugly with lots of dollar signs. You know, on every level. I mean, that's not a college deal. That's any locker room situation. It's now like an NFHS training video that you have to watch that talks about unsupervised time, and that is a huge liability factor.
What's the coach's responsibility for their unsupervised time? I suppose if it's at the facility they're doing this, he carries some responsibility.
You cannot leave people alone long enough for something like this to happen. You can't do it.
If you're coach, you know. We just had the same thing with Harvard women's hockey. Yeah. It's very easy.
What were they doing?
They were forcing kids, girls to basically slide naked on the ice, and they'd get all cut up. Just weird stuff. I mean, is it something that is deeply traumatic? No, but it's just, what's the point of this? Is this camaraderie? It's pretty easy as a coach to say, you know what, we're not doing any of this crap anymore because, quite honestly, it's not even worth it. Like, there's no initiation that needs to take place beyond I kick your ass every day in practice, and we just go hard. He could just stand up and say, if somebody gets hazed, somebody come talk to me, and they're off the team. Like, it's not that hard. And
the main
motivator, talk to somebody else.
The main reason at this point has to be like, we're going to do it to you because it was done to us, and it wouldn't be fair if we didn't do it to you. Like, that's probably what keeps this thing rolling in 2023.
Well, I thought it's not a bonding experience, right? It's more of a distraction.
Don't they listen to the show?
It's a no-fly zone from a staff perspective. You just can't. That cannot happen on your watch. And if it does, it's just pretty much understood that that's a deal. That's a deal.
That's going to be a deal. You can go ahead and check that off your bingo card. Anyway, have you seen this insane sphere-shaped building in Las Vegas that's also a giant spherical screen?
Illuminati.
Yep. They built it in virtual reality first before they built it in real life. It's on the website. It has a lot of math. It says that sphere, almost every equation you'll see circles back to pi, defined as the ratio of the circumference of any circle to its diameter. It's how we calculate everything from the size of our pizzas to the exact location of the best seat in the house. inside the Sphere is 18,600 seats in an auditorium with its own immersive 16K LED ceiling, which I didn't even know 16K was here. I thought we were still on like
we
8K.
skipped a lot of Ks there.
Yeah, we skipped like 8K.
What's going on out there?
Where did they
It has
go?
17,000 speakers. It'll be used mostly for concerts, films, sporting events. Outside is a 580,000 square foot external LED skin or exosphere that shows a bunch of ads and crazy shit. It's really cool.
It is cool.
They turned it into a giant basketball and then like some kind of water looking thing. Wild.
It's cool. I want to see
It's alien technology. It's what it is.
Definitely.
I mean, in reality, we just find out they copied the Epcot ball.
Yeah. I think this is how we make our super soldiers invisible. It's some kind of screen that projects what's behind you to the front. I'm not sure. I'm starting to put it together. I think the Sphere technology has something to do with how we make our military invisible. This much I know for sure.
And it's portable? ?
Well, there's portable
We're gonna
versions
roll
of
the
it, of
Sphere.
course. Yeah, you just
At
strip
our
a couple
enemies.
square feet of the Sphere off and wrap it around yourself, and you can't be
So
seen.
all of this is going on, and they're really bitching about a new A's stadium. Okay.
Yeah. What are we doing? This thing was billions of dollars. I think it cost like $2 billion. Go to thespherevegas.com/science for all the technical stuff about Fanger's equation, stereographic projection, Venturi effect, which somehow enables the Sphere to produce 140 mile an hour winds. It's like a 4D thing. It's giving you visual, audio, wind, probably sprays you with water. I don't know. Maybe it's like the SpongeBob movie. Remember that SpongeBob movie?
The Harry Potter ride.
Yeah. Well, hey, before you go see Dark Side of the Moon in some fully immersive screen in Vegas, go to Cannon Bloom Pharmacy and see the renovations taking place at 2770 East Sumner Street. You will be impressed. They'll help you find exactly what you're looking for, even if you're distracted by the custom epoxy floor. Whether you have aches and pains, trouble sleeping, or your dog is scared of thunderstorms, they have natural, safe, and effective remedies that'll help your situation. Go to Cannon Bloom Pharmacy with an F.com and enter code PSR to get 10% off your purchase, or go hang out there, or go show up there on September the 10th. We're having a big week 1 NFL bash. We'll be doing stuff, probably giving stuff away. I don't know, throwing t-shirts at people or something.
There'll be food trucks and a live band.
Food trucks. I love a food truck, dude.
And we'll be moved into our new studio.
Oh, big things take place. Year one was great. Year 2 is going to be gigantic. Hey, some asshole carved Ivan plus Haley into the bricks at the Roman Coliseum, and he's big trouble. Bristol-based fitness instructor Ivan Dimitrov, 27, not an American, I'd like to point out, wrote a letter of apology to the Rome mayor Roberto Gualtieri. Paulie's uncle is the fucking mayor out there.
Holy walnuts.
After he was caught on
Holy
film
walnuts?
carving the initials of himself and his girlfriend. You know what I said? I said Ivan plus Haley. He said it is with deep embarrassment that only after what I regrettably did I learn of the antiquity of the monument. He tried to say he didn't know the Colosseum was old.
This is dumb. Let's talk about Mahomes.
What an a-hole.
You mean Brittany Mahomes molesting a dolphin?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What's
PETA
up with
is
that?
after Brittany Mahomes after she violated a dolphin. In her Hawaiian vacation photos, she can be seen hugging, petting, and even kissing a dolphin. At one point during her swim with the animal, she brought her 2-year-old into the water.
Oof,
She's
no.
flipping it out. She's rolling it over on his back, cuddling with him. In PETA's note, they said none of
Oh,
it was
PETA.
healthy for the dolphin, adding these types of interactions are dangerous for them and us. Brittany clearly didn't seem to believe she did anything wrong. She captioned her pictures with "ever snuggled a 400-pound dolphin" with heart-eyed emojis. That's
Brittany
how she
Holmes
rolls.
versus PETA sounds like a Saturday night's main event. I would be in to see.
I would pay that. I would pay-per-view that for sure.
Absolutely.
I'd have a party. I'd have people over and we'd all watch it together. What a crazy bitch.
She's really made herself a public enemy.
You've got
Spraying the people with
got
champagne in January was a bad move.
You got unlimited amount of money. and you do what rednecks do on vacation, check it out.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh.
So what's it going to take? This is my question. What is it going to take for him to leave her? Like,
I
does
don't
she,
know.
is that just too much crazy? Like, he doesn't want to take on that kind of crazy?
There's pictures of her with him in his high school football jersey, isn't there?
Yeah, they're high school sweethearts.
Oh,
That's the
man,
only
that's-
explanation, because she is the worst. She bats 1,000.
Well, you know he's not banging other chicks on the side when he's out of town because she'll kill him. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
I'll find you.
Oh, yeah, she's a
And
stage
I
5.
know she is, and she is the MVP of stage 5 clingers.
Where does
She
she
is what
fall on
they're all
the?
shooting for?
She'll kill him.
Where does she fall on that hot crazy
Hot Matrix?
Matrix? Yeah, she falls.
That's interesting.
Is
She's
she
not
crazier than she
unicorn.
is hot.
Yeah, right.
Like
She's
the level of crazy she is, she needs to look like Kate Upton.
yeah.
And compare her. Who is it?
Or
Sorry.
Margot Robbie.
Brittany Mahomes.
Oh,
How many
she's
times
a-
a week do you think that old Pat just gives it the?
bro,
man.
Brittany Mahomes is a clone of every fucking 9 a.m. Starbucks that you walk into.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
I'm going to tell you right now.
they're
I was
everywhere. They're all over. They're
I was
cookie
married to a lady that was similar to that at one time, and I will tell you, it was every time I'd get on the internet, I would just go, "Oh,
Oh God.
Meaning what? You
Why
saw
are all
something
my
she
dirty
posted?
shirts out here on the
Oh,
internet?
just all
Brittany
over the
Mahomes
internet."
hit a fucking lottery ticket.
Yeah.
She looks like she's cousins with that chick from Russ Wilson's draft photo.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they did, and they can't stay off the social media. Can't stay
No.
away from it.
Can't do it. Not even for $50 million a year.
I also blame
Can't
her
do it.
handlers, because somebody is in her ear saying everybody is looking to you to
Yep.
provide your
Everybody
opinion
wants to
on
know what
X,
you're
Y,
doing.
Z.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're the
We have
star
to
of this
build
show.
your brand.
You're an
Yeah,
influencer.
yeah. Somebody's in her ear saying that.
Not
Yeah,
an
you're right.
influencer. She's a like
She's a wag.
does
Why
What
she-
she
happened to
girlfriend.
just putting an apple pie on the goddamn kitchen window?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No.
What's wrong with
she-
that?
She has to have an opinion because she's got money. So she thinks people need to hear her
She
opinion.
doesn't have money. Her
Her
husband
husband
has
has
money.
money.
That's
All right.
All right. The last thing I'll say about this is we've all dated or been married to somebody like that, and you know
Exclusively.
you're in that when you drive home and you turn off the car, you take 30 seconds for yourself to prepare and to unwind and to have
Yes.
some goddamn peace and quiet.
It's a
Because you know that
process.
the minute you
Yep.
step in that doorway,
Yep.
there's going to be a shitstorm of things that don't matter that just seem to be your priority now.
Some
Yep.
sorts of
And that
drama
It's
every
something you
day.
got to get out of.
And why did you say that thing like that at the cookout 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why did you say it like that?
Just when everything's going right.
Fucking women are crazy.
A month ago, last Tuesday, you looked like this.
Oh, I
It's
looked
like
at your
when
bank statement. What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Why are you stopping at 7-Eleven? Because that's the only place I can feel normal.
Who's
The
calling
only
you?
people
Who's
who make
calling
me
you
happy.
from a 918 area code?
Oh my God.
Sanjay is the only person in this world who truly cares about my happiness.
That's
That's
right.
why.
That's right. That's the healthiest relationship I have is the guy at 7-Eleven when I'm
Talk
getting a
about the
Slurpee.
Cubs and I get a tornado and it's regular normal.
He doesn't ask questions.
So have you guys seen Wayne's World?
Yes.
When
Yeah.
he's when Wayne is like
One
hanging
and
out with his girlfriend. What's her name? The
Denise.
what?
I thought it was Denise.
I don't know, the rocker chick. Anyways,
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. I thought you were
She gets
talking about the crazy one
she gets
who
a
gave him a
bit-
gun rack.
she gets like a phone call from her guitarist or drummer, Anthony or whatever. And then he's like, so she gets this call and then he's like,
Cassandra.
who was that? Wayne does. Who was that?
Cassandra.
And she's like, it was just Anthony. And he's like, who's Anthony? Who's Anthony? Just like a woman would. It's fucking
Was it Cassandra? Cassandra.
Cassandra, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
So we do that all the time in my house. Who's Anthony? Who's Anthony?
She sounds hideous.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, Wayne, you're going to lose me. Meanwhile, hot girl legend Britney Spears was violently assaulted by Victor Wembanyama's security detail, and he must be brought to justice both swiftly and without mercy. Slapping Britney Spears is like punching the American flag in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't do it. She allegedly wanted a photo with the 7'5" French fry with eyes, but his security guard was having none of it.
The views and opinions of the host of PSR.
She's a national treasure.
She is. In the league of beautiful women,
she
Britney
also,
Spears is Michael Jordan.
She also might be full-fledged crazy if you look at her social media.
Which makes her an 11 instead of a 10.
I went down a rabbit hole.
After all these fucking years of data, John, we're still, she might be crazy. That bitch is clinical.
She did shave her head.
Like, that's done.
So was it warranted?
I like her.
Was it warranted to slap her away? You don't know.
Don't get me started on this because I spent
I will
3
tell you,
hours
I like her.
after the Britney documentary going down a rabbit hole. And let me be honest, she should be crazy after everything she went through.
Yeah.
Now, all of us would have taken an umbrella and just started swinging at people after day 2 of Britney Spears' life. Now, that being
I'm
said,
with you. Yeah.
That being said, she now might be a little bit crazier. People are thinking that she's been swapped out with somebody. Google it if you got an hour. It's bizarre.
I'm out on that.
Is there some lizard shit going on here?
I love a good body double conspiracy.
Me too.
They're doing it with Kanye too. They're saying this Kanye isn't the old Kanye.
Why? Because he's fat now?
And Fetterman.
He's just crazy. Oh yeah, well Fetterman, yeah.
Well, every guy at a truck stop looks like Fetterman. That's believable.
That's not hard to do.
They didn't have to create one.
They got 7 of them.
So, but didn't it look kind of in the video like she might have hit herself in the face? Like,
Somebody
back her hand, but she hit herself in the face. I don't know.
Okay, Eric, I'm going to take it from here. Okay, so
I'm out. I got reservations at Chili's.
You just park it right there because this gets good. She saw Victor Wembanyama, and then so she goes up and she's yelling at him. And by now, Victor Wembanyama was barely even born when she started her career, so he probably doesn't even know her. And then the security guard unknowingly slaps her hand away and then catches her face, and then she starts screaming, "This is fucking America," goes back into the restaurant, steals Pauly Shore's table. And Pauly Shore comes back from the bathroom and says, "What the hell?" They explain it. And then Pauly Shore gets bumped.
Oh.
And that is pop culture in 2023.
Oh my God. So was she saying something? I mean, would that be an indicator whether she was being crazy if she was saying certain stuff?
Don't get me wrong. She looks like a stalker in the video. Screaming and like waving her hands and hey. So I get why security would step in.
She's just passionate. That's all.
Passionate. She just likes the slam dunk.
But here's the deal too. Okay, if it was a dude chasing after her, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Like it's not okay to
on that foot, I'm sure.
It wasn't okay for her to get slapped or hit, right, or touched. But it's not okay for her to be just touching people either.
Ultimate spin zone. Britney's a hypocrite now.
Well, I think
she's the paparazzi.
The whole point of the story that was missed here is why did Pauly get bumped?
Right.
Justice for Pauly.
I guess Son-in-Law doesn't carry the same weight it used to.
What? No. It's a way better movie than any one of her songs or albums.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, right.
Maybe One More Time video won Academy Awards.
Have you seen the Toxic video?
Have you seen Son-in-Law? That's hilarious.
He falls in shit. You can't miss when you fall in a pile of cow shit.
Look at farmers meet city boys.
A woman, kind of hot. I'm just saying.
All right.
Well, the bad karma followed Wembanyama onto the court as he only managed 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 blocks. He was 2 for 13 from the field.
Whoa.
7.5 feet tall. He's out there missing uncontested layups. This is your next one. Granted, my eye is untrained, but I don't see Tim Duncan out there.
Do they ever stop playing that fucking round ball ever?
No.
I thought the season just got over.
Actually,
two out of the top 5 picks got injured. Not serious, but they got hurt. They never stopped playing. They just need to shut it down. This is adding no value. I mean, he stood up and he said, "I don't even know what I was doing out there." That's what we're doing, guys. Come on.
Just get on TV. Who cares?
Right.
Yeah. So
Giannis
he'll be
is
good.
getting-
He's not good now. He's a three-legged cat on ice, but he'll be good.
That's what the smart guys are telling me, that not to judge him just yet. Okay. I guess you don't have to get in there and bang like Barkley and Rodman used to. So maybe him and Chet will be all right. Giannis is getting his knee cleaned up. They always talk about these surgeries like they're no big deal. Oh, it's just a scope, or we're just cleaning some things up. Don't worry, guys, just a routine surgery. I guess I just see putting someone all the way out and then cutting into their body as a bigger deal than most. The FIBA World Cup is out of the question for him. That's going to be August 25th through September 10th. And I am just now learning that the FIBA World Cup exists. It's some kind of large worldwide, like a World Baseball Classic for basketball, basically. They're going to play in the Philippines, Japan, Indonesia, and he will not be suiting up for that. I assume the Bucks told him, no, we're not doing that. You can go ahead and forget about that one.
Say hi to Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh my God.
They said, Cliff Kingsbury, chest deep in lady boys right now. They said, yes, he had a routine surgery on his left knee and it went great. Bucks coach Adrian Griffin said on Wednesday. Oh yeah, Adrian Griffin's the coach now. Said everything went as planned and we expect him to be ready to go in training camp. So we'll see. I don't know what to make of the NBA at this point in July. I only have one more thing. If you go to Wimbledon, I'm sure our show's demographic often attends events such as Wimbledon. Make sure to wait for a break in the action before you open your champagne. In one of the women's matches, the young lady was about to serve when a spectator, or possibly the butler, they probably have butlers out there bringing you champagne, popped open the bottle just as she was getting ready to serve, eliciting a warning from the umpire. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to open a bottle of champagne, don't do it as the players are about to serve. And then they all shared a good chuckle. We don't have any problems in our lives.
Yeah.
My energy bill is paid at infinitum. Must be nice, lady. Just popping champagne. I'm bitching about a $12 silver bullet at a Brewers game. These guys are popping actual champagne bottles.
Mm-hmm. I got to place a bet. I got to look into that. I usually bet on a little bit of tennis. So
Will and Wayne are here. Now it's a party. Sorry.
The Dollar Bet Club has been radio silent since the last major, so I can take a look into that and report back to you guys.
I like it.
Maybe get some bets in on this women's winter league they're starting up. Maybe a future or two on the Lynx or the Tiger Cats or whatever these teams are called.
It's just another opportunity for them to fail miserably because it's not a good product.
No.
If you can't even sell out after the Hollywood story of Brittany Griner coming back from Russia to play for your beloved team in your beloved league, and you can't even sell out in Los Angeles, which is the second most populated city in the country, you have a bad product. And coach just left as a result. We're talking about WNBA.
Right.
They didn't make too big of a deal out of Brittany Griner coming back either. Well,
the coach did. She did a lot of bitching afterwards for not selling out, which I get, but
you'll have that. Yeah, we thought we were going to profit off of this a lot more. Will says we're his favorite people. I like that. Will's one of our favorite people. He's on a work trip in St. Marie's, Idaho. I got to get out to Idaho. That every photo I see of Idaho is beautiful.
Yes. Gas, grocery, and guns.
It's the new Montana. People are going to Idaho.
What's up, Wayne? How are you, brother?
Playing guitars, most likely. Guy's always posting some beautiful guitars on the internet.
That's awesome.
He used to say Wimbledon too. Okay, I don't feel so bad. And then who was that? Maybe it was on SNL. Somebody said Wimbledon. Like, I want to win Wimbledon. Angela, I feel like that's a thing you would know. Maybe it was Andy Kaufman. I think it was Andy Kaufman. I want to win Wimbledon. That's who I see in my head.
Definitely.
Right. I don't know. That's all I got. We got 54 minutes of podcast here. I feel like we can give to the people as soon as I thank them for listening. Hey, yeah, thanks for listening. Even through summer, I see you people downloading the sports podcast, and that just warms my heart. Thank you, Chris, for producing the show. Thanks, Coach, for being in a studio and doing the Irish goodbye. I respect that as an Irish. Head over to PatriotSportsNow.com for all of our latest goings-on, or type Patriot Sports into your search bar. PSR NTWK, that's the new Twitter handle where the cool kids are following us. Till next time, be good to each other. Chris, kick the outro music.
You've been listening to Patriot Sports Radio. If you're sick of all the national talking heads and biases of mainstream sports media, like we are, this show is for you. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. For more content and merch, hit up www.patriotsportsnow.com. Find us on Twitter at PatriotsPod, on Instagram and Facebook at Patriot Sports Now, and on Getter, Rumble, and YouTube at Patriot Sports. Take care, and we'll see you next time.